The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to send them. When you were sent to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day. Too many, however, never left. There must be a file with my name in the filing cabinet somewhere here. Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. It frightens me so much. You were right. I know I was wrong. I realize I'm so ashamed. If you only knew how much. But now I'll behave well. Sure, now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee. This letter. It was Renee's letter, just like when it was written. But it was never sent. Why? Why did a thing like that happen? I've received your letter, Mum. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only have fear and pain, and you no longer write to me. If only these lines could be my soul and tell you what's happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way, and they tell me what I must do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee. Montefoscoli, 7th July, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You haven't even dropped me a line for months. Unfortunately, I can't afford to come and visit you. I've no money for the fare. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be coming to Volterra on business. I've asked him if would be kind enough to ask the director to have news about you. I hope when he comes back, he'll be able to give me good news. But write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to excuse me. I didn't realize. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, daughter. Things will be fine. You'll see. Mum. Montefoscoli, 12th October, 1940. Dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. I await a letter anxiously every day. Mr. Onofrio has come back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he didn't manage to speak to the director, but he did see you. I pray for you every day. Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. That was lovely, wasn't it? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm going to bring you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. At the moment I'm not well and can't work, but I'll soon get better. You'll see as soon as I'm up to making the journey, I'll come and get you. I know you're suffering a lot, but bear up, I beg you. Mum will come and pick up Renee, won't she? Mum is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. The doll. Renee could have played with it, waiting for her to arrive, but Renee never had it with her. Is it one of Mum's lies? She knew that she had hurt Renee, and... No, Mummy's good. That man brought it. We've just remembered him, haven't we? It was Renee who was wrong. The doll's there, that's sure. Perhaps she's been kidnapped like everyone else, locked up somewhere in here. Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window. See, Mom was good, I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her. Let's look for Charlotte. We have abandoned her. She will always remain where we abandoned her, beneath the hot lights. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Charlotte gone away. I didn't do us now. I only obeyed orders. Leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Even though we're bad. Mom won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything. Charlotte gone away. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. 7th September 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all the other filth. Crazed, she hears voices. They order her about. She says she heard children singing. They were imprisoned in a school. 20th January 1939. Mutistic, groggy, pays no attention to anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. 1st June. Apathetic, eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Doesn't respond. Passes her time in the park. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. 14 October. Impulsive once again. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make saviglione, but the moment she was given them, she threw them away. Excited, uproarious, slightly confused, she strips off. 8th December. Tied to bed for 15 days. High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words, laughs hysterically, masturbates. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They report that when they took her away, she swore at them and then hit out at them and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. Since then, they've kept her tied to the bed. Transferred to the semi-agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories terrify me. They're not real, are they? "15th December. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. Of fickle and flighty character, she abandons her household duties at intervals and dabbles in occasional prostitution." Prostitution? Nobody would have ever believed a lunatic, let alone a lunatic who lives in the worst sort of sin. Could such a person ever have been raped? Certainly not. Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and vociferous. Treated with cortisol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. They were only trying to confuse us with the therapy and, my God, they managed. It was as if they wanted to instill the madness into us. June. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination. She swore and cursed those who generated her, flailing her arms and hitting out. The patient, according to reports by Dr. B, has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital park. As detailed in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. That's how the reality is hidden. It's all carefully planned. June. The nurses report that after having received her mother's letter, she fell into a state of great mental confusion. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and she punched a nurse. Impulsive, lashes about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence so as not to give the patient further reasons to become agitated. 20th August. Tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient becomes highly agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. Even 2 days later, she still shouts ceaselessly that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results. No contact with the exterior. In that way, no one knew what was happening within these walls. Calm down. You've got to be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. That's the only thing that matters. Is tranquility worth the price of not living? "3rd March. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Amara invented by me? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left traces somewhere. We can look for her things in the storeroom containing the bundles of patients' belongings on the 1st floor.